Hello, hello. What's going on, family?
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
All right. I see Sound Off the Generals in the house. What's up, the man, Leon Jones?
What's up, Leon? What's up, Sound Off? The man. He said T held his own on Sonetter. Love it. Indeed, he did. Indeed, he did.
Oh, hey, it was all good. It was all
Yeah.
good. So I actually enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
Soneta's a good man. So he's been a legend in the community for a long time. So I appreciated him having me on.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching you.
Yeah, yeah. So it was all good. That is for real. That
Yeah.
is for real. So yeah, but we'll get it going here this evening. What's up, Michael Peaks? What's up? He's in the house. He's in the
Hey,
house.
Michael. Much love to you. Always sending that love back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah. But life is good. All is copacetic.
Yep. Embracing that Scorpio season. Dad, did you do any eclipse rituals yesterday?
Did I do an eclipse ritual? Was there an eclipse yesterday?
Yeah. The actual eclipse was yesterday, but it's 15 days leading up to the eclipse energy, and then the eclipse is the peak of the energy, and then 15 days after is when the energy kind of dies down. So
Okay,
it's not too
okay.
late. It's not too late.
All right. So what is the what's the deal with the energy of the eclipse? So
Okay.
I mean,
So we had a lunar eclipse, meaning that the moon partially covered the sun, and I think it was
mhm.
visual. It was visible in like Russia, like up there in Europe. But what a lunar eclipse does, so when the moon is hiding the sun, the focus is on our inner world. Okay,
Okay,
so it's
the
like
feminine aspect.
Exactly. So
Okay,
the sun is hidden, the feminine is magnified, and depending on what energy it's in, this tells us what feminine form of feminine energy is magnified. So in tropical astrology, the eclipse was in Scorpio. In sidereal astrology, the eclipse was in Virgo. And so from the tropical perspective, when it's in Scorpio, this is a time to let go of any psychological or emotional baggage or perspectives that no longer serve the person that you are becoming or the reality that you are trying to create. Okay. And if you make
okay,
the intention to let these things go, okay. So, for instance, I was asking about a ritual. The ritual that I did was on one side of the paper, I put everything that I am letting go of and releasing. Okay. And then on the other side of the paper, I put everything that I am integrating in place of what I am letting go of.
okay,
Um, and so in doing so, I'm telling the universe, hey, all right, I'm working with the energies that's going on right now. This is what I'm shedding. This is what I'm integrating. Amplify this for me. All right. I'm in tune. And so what that creates is a paradigm shift for you. Um, it's like, okay, the universe is working with you. Okay, you're trying to work with us. We're gonna work with you. Let's shift this paradigm. What do you want? Be clear about what you want.
okay,
That's what
okay.
this eclipse
I
energy
like that. I
is
like
about.
that writing stuff down too, because that really that can be a powerful deal. So
Indeed,
yeah. But I see
indeed.
some about so I see you, Cynthia, Rye the creators in the house.
What's
What's
up,
up?
Rod?
What's up?
Hey, Cynthia.
Delicious. And y'all know what
D.
we say about Ra.
You said
When
what?
we here,
She
we
here.
here
She here. Always
in the
hold it
story.
down.
So yeah,
Hey,
all right.
Cynthia.
So
Hey,
D,
D.
I see you. Know thyself. All right, got you,
Kayla
got you.
popping it off. Kayla Red Wine popping it off. That's my girl right
Right,
there. Thank
all
you,
right.
Kayla.
And
Much
I see
love,
you,
girl.
Courtney. See you, Courtney.
Yeah.
Ruben. All
Hey,
right.
Ruben.
All right, all right. And then we got Herbalist KLG says peace and love. Thank you, Herbalist KLG, for the
Thank you.
gift.
Thank
Priming that
you.
pump. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Got it going. John Ford is in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. The Dark Goddess is here. All
Yeah.
right, man.
Hey, Dark
It's
Goddess.
all full tonight. It's
Yeah, the
all
fam's
full.
all here. The gang's
Yeah.
all here.
So
Let's
for
see.
sure enough, let me get my. I
Gloria
got.
Davis.
Huh?
Just discovered, Gloria Davis says, just discovered you guys. I've been a long time Christian and I knew something did not make sense. Well, welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family.
Congratulations for following your heart and seeking your truth. Okay. And so grateful that you have been led to us.
Yes, and having the courage to do it, because it
Yes.
is not easy. And that's a
Absolutely.
lot of people just don't understand this transition that people are making. It's not like getting over Santa Claus. You know, it's just there's just so much more just intertwined into the whole idea of everything that people are going through, shedding the old stuff, what you were just talking about earlier, Voche,
Mhm.
shedding those old beliefs, and then not only shedding the old beliefs, but it's like at that point, it's like, okay, well, what do I do next? You know,
Mhm.
what's the direction? How? Because everything before was like you had a box that you were kind of in,
Yeah.
and everything was prescribed for you.
Mhm.
And then you get out that box, and it's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
There's no out
and
of
then what
bounds.
happens?
There's no referees. Nobody waiting to judge
Yeah,
me. Yeah.
you know, you don't have those walls to kind of bang around on
Yeah.
to keep you from going. You all of a sudden you out that box and you just like,
Like a freestyle.
whoa.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are afraid. They get afraid, and it's like a lot of people will run back to the box because it's just comfortable, because it's something that they know. So you people that are able to get out of that box and stay out and explore, y'all understand. Y'all are some courageous mother. Shut your mouths,
Mhm.
for real, and
Pioneers.
understand that about yourself. You know, because this what you're doing is not easy. It is not easy. It's not a simple task psychologically. To move from one belief system that you knew and that you were comfortable in, and then all of a sudden there's another belief system that, or just not even really a belief system. It's like now you're trying to find your way into a whole new idea and ideology now. You know,
Mhm.
so that's powerful, and you have to be very brave to do that.
Yes. For
So
all my
yeah,
seekers, pat yourself on the back.
absolutely,
Yes,
pat yourself on the
indeed.
back. So, but I'm Reginald Kuakaru, and I'm the founder of Kemetic Centered Living. So here, I like to say, for the people that are transitioning, especially those are the ones that are really near and dear to my heart on this channel, and that's what a lot of times that I'm speaking to is to those people, and just saying, hey, first of all, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. This is what you have been dealing with, and this is why you've been dealing with it. Psychologically, this is what it did to you, and this is how you have to see it, and this is another perspective that you can have on it.
Mhm.
And then, so it's the questions that Mom and them said don't ask. You're not supposed to ask God. You know, so I'm answering those questions for you, but I'm giving you answers that have been researched. They have been verified. They're so it's not just throwing some stuff on the wall and see what sticks. I want you to have answers, because that's something that's important. That was always important to me, was to have answers and not just like stuff just made up, and you just going willy nilly about stuff.
Mhm.
No, have some concrete verified answers to why this stuff is, and then why I can move past it. That's the whole idea. Okay. So yeah. But anyway, so daughter of mine, go ahead. Who is this?
I am Voy-Shay, his daughter, and my specialty is astrology, numerology, metaphysics in general. I specialize in energy and the unseen, and my passion is to help those coming out of Christianity or out of religion in general, or just those looking or searching for their individual path and how to actualize their highest potential, how to be all that they can be, not what someone else has told them to be or what society has impression upon them. I love telling people how amazing they are and how to use the tools given to them, that they incarnated with, and just actualizing their soul's highest potential, the desires,
Yeah,
okay? And just
the highest vision of yourself. You know.
exactly, and how to live a
Yeah.
fulfilling life and how to be a God in this existence and to get all that you want out of it based on your blueprint. Okay. So,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
And that's the other thing. When you starting to chart your own path, people are going to question you. They're going to make you want to doubt yourself and stuff like that. But this is the one thing that you have to know, that when you're charting your own path, how does it feel to you?
Yep.
Okay. How does it feel to you? That's what's most important. And if it feels good, you keep doing it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. All right. Rolicious, this is Rolicious. Thank you for that 1999. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. And that's Chief Wise Bear. Thank you, Chief Wise Bear. For that 3. Got you down. And then we got Leon Jones gave $9.99. So thank you, Leon Jones. Y'all priming that pump tonight. Do it. So appreciate you, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Voche, were you done there?
I was about to say, just continuing what we were discussing in terms of emphasis on if it feels good, then it's in the right direction. Because we're coming out of a time where we rely on logic to dictate our path, or having a plan, or, what does the next 5 years look like to you? Or what does the next 10 years look like to you? And my spiritual journey has taught me that my plan, or how I think I'm going to actualize or get to where I'm going, is irrelevant. And that my soul or my higher self has a higher plan, or a path of least resistance that Abraham Hicks likes to call it, where I can get what I want and experience everything I desire if I take the path of least resistance, versus me trying to force or think or trying to imply how I think it should unfold or how things should be, and feeling very frustrated and unfulfilled in life because I'm trying to force. Okay, so feeling is synonymous with flowing. Okay, and if it feels right, you're in the flow. If it doesn't, you ain't.
Exactly. You resonate with, when it feels good, you're resonating. That means you're connected with your soul and the direction that your soul wants you to go.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't feel good, that means you're not connected. You're going the opposite way that your soul wants you to go.
Right.
Okay.
So allowing your feeling and your joy to be your compass. And I know in the past that has actually been frowned upon in society, or feeling your emotion is bad or it gets in the way. And it's like, no, they're taking you away from your power. Emotions are energy in motion. If you understand how to control your energy or your emotions, you can create or manipulate the energy in this reality. So do not discount your emotions in your inner world.
And for men, we definitely have to get in touch with that. We've been taught to disconnect from our emotions, okay, for men. And it's getting better, but you got to know, brothers, that is your creative power too. That's what the ancients call the divine feminine. Okay. But it's not about being a woman. It's essentially about you just being able to connect to that inner aspect of yourself. Okay. And in the Kemetic tradition, the divine feminine is one of the main netters is Ma'at. And one of the definitions of Ma'at is truth. Well, anytime you see a feminine netter, it is about your inner being. And if Ma'at is defined as truth and it's the inner being, what does that say about you? Okay. That's saying that your inner subjective reality is your truth, not anybody else's. It doesn't have to match up with anybody else's. That's your truth. That's where your power lies. Anybody, man or woman, that's where your power lies. Your truth is your inner subjective feelings, your vibration. That is where your guidance system begins. And we were taught to disconnect from that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Can't let it happen.
Nope.
I see a really powerful question right here. I want to start out with.
All right.
And this is Elizabeth. Let's see. I don't know how to say that name. I know I can see Linux, but Elizabeth Boogie Linux. That's interesting. But Elizabeth Boogie asks, can you explain a person who knows nothing about hell but experience a near to death experience of hell and experiences of hell? Why is that? Why are they experiencing hell and a near to death experience? That's a beautiful, powerful question. And I'll tell you right now, if the person is experiencing hell, then they've had somebody define what hell is for them, or what hell was like, or they experience that near-death experience through a fearful experience, which they come back and they have to identify it in some kind of way. So in some kind of way, somebody has framed this idea of hell into their mind, because you cannot, even when you leave this body, you're going to take your memories and knowledge and everything with you, your experiences with you, your strong ones, you're going to take with you. Okay. And you're going to define things in the way that you lived your life. And when people have these near-death experiences and they're saying that they experience hell, or that they experience Jesus, or they experience whatever, they've experienced what they've been taught, or how they've had these things defined. Okay. Because there's a zillion ways, as many people as there are on earth, that's as many ways as we can experience things outside of our physical body. And one of the things I talk about, even in my class, is that when you're starting to explore that inner world from a Christian perspective, a lot of times you have been taught that that inner world is something to fear. You have to shed and get over those fears before you really start to go in deep into that inner world and exploring yourself, the knowledge of the inner world, the knowledge of yourself, because you're going to be connecting with negative energy, or you're going to be filtering things through that negative, fearful energy. Okay. So when that person is going into that world, that near-death experience, they see and experience it in the way that they've had it framed. So you might have think they haven't heard anything about hell, but how did they name it, or did you name it for them? Okay. Did they say that they went to hell, or did they? Because if they say that they went to hell, because there's no way that you can say you went to hell if you never heard the word. There's no way you can make up a word, hell, if you've never heard it, or you never heard of the concept. Okay. Now, if you are framing it for them, then that's your frame for them. Okay. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good question. Good question. All right. All right. Let's see here. D. Turner, can you recommend a few crystals for beginners again?
Thank you, D.
Right.
So I highly recommend for every person to get, where's the camera? Selenite is my #1 top favorite crystal. Okay, it is an energy cleanser, purifier, and amplifier of higher energies. Okay, and it's a really good stabilizer, especially for us empaths. It's like a part of my daily routine to just selenite myself down. Okay, so my #1 recommendation is selenite. Okay, and then D, since you are a water sign, I highly recommend angelite. I don't know if I have that next to me. Angelite. And yeah, those are my top 2 recommendations. I can't find my angelite. Daddy?
Yeah, and I would say definitely some quartz crystal too. Okay. So some quartz is good, because that's one that's like it's a clear quartz. It's something that can help you balance energies, just all over. Okay. So that's a good beginning crystal. So a clear quartz crystal.
And then just to specify what angelite does, it connects us to our spirit guides. It like calms us down, centers our energy. It works with our third eye and our crown chakra. And it just kind of just opens that up for us to listen and be able to receive guidance. Okay. So.
Okay. And another good one is obsidian. So especially if you're somebody that's dealt with or deal with a lot of negative energy, well, two of them, obsidian and hematite, are 2 that can help you balance and really get negative energy to flow through and out of you. So tourmaline. Obsidian, huh?
I was adding tourmaline to that list.
Tourmaline, okay. So tourmaline, obsidian, hematite. So All of those are really good crystals for like just balancing and having negative energy to flow through you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're grounding crystals. I
Yeah.
believe all 3 of those are black crystals as well.
Yeah. Well, hematite is like it can be like it can be a rainbow color, but it can be
Okay.
like a silver looking color too.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
hematite can. Yeah. So
Dwayne.
all
Thanks,
right,
Dwayne.
Dwayne. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. All right. Robert Johnson's in the house. What's up, Robert? Good to see
Hey,
you, brother.
Robert.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So all right, all
Kayla
right.
said the plan is out the window, Voche. Good, Kayla.
Wait
Good.
a minute, y'all having like secret conversations here?
Well, she was just commenting on. Well, I've done a reading for Kayla before, and although it was a numerology reading, I believe she's a Pisces, and Pisces energy especially just runs itself in circles anytime it thinks it has a plan, because Pisces is spiritual energy. So you literally just have to read the symbolism step by step, day by day, and just go on a whim. Like, okay, I feel guided here today. I feel guided there. But when you try to plan, it stresses Pisces out. So that's why she said it that way. She's like, the plan is out the window.
Out the window. Woo! Let's
Good
flow.
Kayla.
Let's
Flow.
flow.
Flow, girl. Flow.
And you know, see, and that's one of the things too about just about me as a Scorpio. Man, I the thing that led me down the path to even start what I'm doing now was I just wanted control. You know, I wanted, because the idea of prayer was really one of the things that really started me down this life. It's like if this person over here, they're not a good Christian and they're getting a prayer answer and I'm not. What's the problem?
Yeah.
You know, what the hell? I'm
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing everything right. And this person here is out living their life. And that right there told me something wasn't right. What I was being told about prayer, it wasn't the truth. I knew something was off because I was supposed to be woo!
Daddy said this ain't working.
But when I wanted some control over that prayer. I want to be like, well, when I do this, when I say this, then I want to know that this is going to happen. I want control. But all the things that I found out, it ain't about what you say. You know, all those things that we were being taught, it ain't all about that. It's a different thing. It's a whole different thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's way deeper. And often with Scorpio, in order to gain control, y'all's lesson is releasing control. Learning the art of surrendering. Because Scorpio deals with everything metaphysical. It deals with the powers of energy and unseen forces. And so Scorpio has to learn how to control the unseen in order to create in the seen. And often it does look like surrendering. Oh, and hint, it's his birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow, just a little hint. Okay, speaking of Scorpio season, okay, our favorite here. Dad, you want to tell them what anniversary it's going to be for you tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be my big 6-0 tomorrow.
Woo!
I made it.
Thank you for existing. Thank you for choosing to incarnate with me in this space and time.
Hey, according to all the statistics, I only got 5 more years to live. So,
can you
black man? So
I need you here a little longer.
I'm gonna be living it up, baby, for the next 5 years. Think I'm lying. I'm going out with when I'm telling you, when I go, if there's a heaven, I'm gonna be sliding in like second base, baby. Like, woo, what a ride!
Now, Daddy, you creating it right now.
So sure enough, it's gonna be happening.
And welcome, Boss Trucker. He says it's first time watching. So all my Signetter audience people or people who have found us from Signetter, go ahead and sound off. Let us know you in the chat. We appreciate you.
All right.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes.
And go and soak up the good vibes of this KCL fam chat. All right. It's nothing but love up in this chat right here.
Yes. How does Bot make it up in here all the time, man?
I don't even see it.
This Tinder bot or whatever it is, they hawking something stuff, and I keep trying to block them, and I can't even block them. Hey, this must be some powerful stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's all good. It is what it is. We're gonna keep on rolling.
Chief Wise Bear, I see your question, but I'm trying to decipher it. But if you could clarify that for me in another way, please do so.
Who's that?
Chief Wise Bear had a question.
Okay.
I need a little clarity. I need a little bit more information. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. So we need some. So we got some questions going. Or y'all just want me to sing? So we just
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's your birthday. It's your birthday week. Do what you want to do. Let's see. Great Blackness says the crystal finds you. You don't find the crystal. I like this philosophy. I definitely like this philosophy because the crystals I need at whatever moment in time I'm in, they always seem to pop up somewhere, whether it's on Pinterest or a video or something. I'm always told what energy I need to integrate. For sure.
That's very true. Very true. Even like when I go to the crystal store, it's like I let the ones that speak to me or the ones I just flow to. That's what I choose. It's like the crystals, they will speak to you. So you'll know in those moments what it is that you're supposed to get if you just let yourself just flow with it. You're feeling some strong energy or strong pull toward a crystal. That probably means that's one that you need to pick up. So sure. Absolutely. I see you, LA. I see you. And the LA's in the house.
LA. I love you.
LA was ready to box for me last night.
Was she?
Yeah. So I appreciate you, LA. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Jeff, so glad you're here.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, you had a question here by Yaya. Says, is it possible to get a birth chart reading if you don't know your time you were born?
Great question, Yaya. So the answer is no. You cannot get a birth chart reading, but you can get a numerology reading, okay, which is
an alternative,
an equal alternative, not a lesser alternative, an equal, because they both express the codes and the energy in your life at the time that you incarnated. So you can get a numerology reading, and all you need for a numerology reading is your birthday, okay, the place you were born, and your full name, okay? So I would recommend that for anyone who doesn't have or doesn't know their birth time, isn't for sure. I don't want to hear my mama think it's around this time, or I got to download this like this time. I need it on that birth certificate. I need the exact.
Right. And this is the thing to understand too, is that with that numerology reading, it actually, for people probably 50 and over, a numerology reading will probably be a little bit more helpful for you.
Yeah,
because it really gives you the energy patterns that you've gone through and the ones that you're about to go through.
Yeah.
So it really can be for the older, I won't say older, I just say for the 50 and up.
More seasoned.
Yeah, for the more seasoned. There you go. Thank you, baby girl.
Yeah, a little more flavor, y'all got
for a seasoned and flavored peeps. That numerology reading can actually be very, very powerful for you.
Yeah, and just to add to that, what I love about numerology is that it breaks your life down in seasons. So it tells you the energy over your life for spring, okay? It tells, and in that season, it tells you your challenge, what you stand to learn, and what you will gain, okay? Yeah. And then it breaks down the same thing for summer. It breaks down the same thing for fall, and it breaks down the same thing for winter. So we can get exact. All right, what do I need to be focused on right now? Okay.
All right. Yes. All right. Says greeting from Santo Domingo. All right, Harumat.
He was holding it down.
Point of view on another program. Appreciate you, brother.
He was holding it down in the chat. Thanks, Harumat.
Was he? All right.
Yeah, he was lifting the vibration.
That's for family there.
Yeah. Hey. Everybody that came from KCL, they held it down, Daddy. They held it down.
I appreciate it. And see, I wasn't looking at the chat, so I was like,
I was all up in there.
To focus on the conversation.
I was all up in there. Don't you even worry about it.
I appreciate you. Y'all had my back. So, but it was cool. I really enjoyed it though. I really did. So it was a good experience.
Gordon Christian, that's KCL fam too, right there. He says, "Good evening. Where can I go to? Where can I go to the crystals?" So I'm assuming he means where can he find the crystals? You can either find them in your local crystal shop in your city, or I recommend Etsy, which is a website where you can buy crystals. And it's I use the same concept, like as I'm scrolling through, which of these sellers speak to me? You know, which of
Yep.
these crystals is
Yep.
calling me? Because there's a lot of options. You may be like, which one? Whichever one calls you. Okay, so
Yeah.
Etsy, or you can Google crystal shops in your local area.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's in Dallas here, there's a local crystal shop that I like to go to. I like to get there and touch them and stuff. But this
Yeah.
is the thing to understand, and what Voy-Shay was saying about when you're online and you're on Etsy or something like that. You have to understand that with energy, you do not have to be like in proximity to the thing, the person, or whatever in
Mhm.
order to feel their energy. Okay,
Mhm.
energy is not by location, so you literally can connect to a person's energy. They can be 1,000 miles away, and you can connect to their energy. So
Mhm.
the same with the crystal and stuff like that. When you're looking at these crystals and stuff, you are going to get impressions, mentally or in your mind, or you might hear stuff. It depends on what, whether you're clairaudient, whether you're the visual type or whatever. You're going to get like impressions, and those impressions, if when you tune into them to that subtlety, then you just let that guide you and let that flow for
Mhm.
you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Emphasis on the subtlety.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
that's what the energy, when you start to tuning into your energy, what I like to call the holistic communication system, which is the foundation of that is your energy, and energy is the translation of vibration,
Mhm.
but it can get a lot more subtle than our emotional feelings. Okay, and that's where when you're starting to really tune in, you can start to tune in and tap into that subtlety a lot more. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. Michael Peaks gave $50. Thank you, brother. Definitely
Thanks,
appreciate you. As
Michael.
always. As always. Definitely appreciate you. And Nat A, thank you, Nat A. Happy early birthday. I appreciate you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Nat.
you, Nat A. Thank you, sister.
Natalie. Nat. Yeah. Remember
Most
we thought
definitely.
Nat was a man, but she politely corrected us. So thank you, Nat.
Absolutely, absolutely, as she should, as she should.
Indeed.
And sound out the general said, "All right, Marcus, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you."
Oh, that's Marcus?
Yeah, that's Marcus.
Oh, okay. What's up, Marcus? Appreciate you. I
All
don't be
right, all
knowing the name.
right.
All right. So
Yes,
um
yes. And Cannabis Maximus,
oh, sorry,
Cannabis
go ahead.
Maximus came strong. Says $60. Says happy born day. Prime time.
Thanks,
Prime
Cannabis.
time. Prime time. All right, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Most definitely, most definitely. I was trying to do these, take care of
Yeah, I see
my
April.
peeps here. Trying to take care of my peeps.
April.
So April, thank you very much. So April gave 1999, says happy 60th solar return, teach. Thank you very much, April.
So
Definitely
sweet.
appreciate you, my queen.
Love
Definitely
April
appreciate
so
you.
much.
All right. All right.
All right. So that question. Black Forbes had a great question. He said, "We create our reality through our thoughts, but do you deal with intrusive thoughts that intervene with your thought process?" Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
you want to go first as to how you handle
No, go
yours?
ahead. Go
No.
ahead. You can go.
Okay. So when I have intrusive thoughts, the first thing is the awareness of them, to identify them, be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, or this is the mind loop. What is the root of this mind loop? Okay, why am I feeling this? And then once I get to the root of it, I'm like, okay, how can I pull that root and then create a new mind loop? Okay, so it's really just about awareness and then the discipline to create a new loop for me. Okay, that's how I do it.
Yeah, and sometimes with those intrusive thoughts, there is also there could be something that is like pulling that thought to you. There's something that you're supposed to like recognize about it or whatever, and you need to deal with it at that point. So and figure out what's happening. Why is that intruding on you? Okay.
To the root.
Sometimes, and that intrusive thought doesn't have to necessarily be something negative. Okay. It can also be from another level of yourself that thought is intruding from. Okay. It could be another dimensional aspect of you that, and this is what, again, it's just, I know a lot of my peeps here are you new and you're coming to this metaphysical stuff, and you got to understand that who you are as this physical person, there's a whole lot more to you. Okay. That's why these ideas of you doing something wrong and then going to hell, that it's so stupid once you understand that you are a multidimensional, you are a you exist in the present, the past, and the future all at one time. So this idea that you can like do one thing in this life and then go to hell is stupid once you understand that the multidimensionalness of who you are. Okay. So there you can connect to your future self. You can connect to your past self. And it's really not past and future. It's only now. That's the paradox.
Yeah.
When you're connecting to it, it's only now. It's just from a different perspective of now. That's all past and future is. It's just a different perspective of now. Okay. So so those intrusive thoughts, they can be something. They can be communication from those other aspects of yourself. Okay.
And I like to lean. I like to lean on my knowingness that I am a God. So when those intrusive thoughts come in that don't align with that knowingness, I know that it's an illusion, okay, and it's part of the simulation, and I just become the observer of those thoughts versus like embodying or like getting all mixed up,
reacting to it.
You know, just I observe. I'm like, what's this trying to teach me, or why is this here? What you doing here?
Right, exactly. I want to address this because Universal Nail Goddess, I know that I had seen you in the comments and you had given me a little bit of background of some things that you're dealing with. And sister, let me tell you that the way that you're framing your life right now, I know you're having a lot of difficulties, and you told me, she's kind of told me a little bit in the comments a lot of times what she's been dealing with, you know, and I know that you're having a lot of difficulties. But if you stay focused on the issues that you're having, then you cannot pull yourself out of the difficulty because the solution will not become apparent. Okay. So no matter what you're dealing with, as far as your difficulty, you at some point you have to find the silver lining in the cloud, is what I call it. Okay. You have to find something positive that you can focus on. And this is just techniques. And I'm telling you from experience, sister. I'm not giving you any theory here. I'm telling you from experience. If you start to focus on the positive, then what'll happen is that you'll get some kind of a download of some sort of a solution or a direction that you can go to find the solution. But if you stay focused on the problem, it's like the solution is over here, but if you're focused back here, you'll never see that solution. Okay, you follow what I'm saying? So you have to take control of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. That's going to be your superpower to get you out.
Yeah.
If you let it control you, you're going to stay stuck. Okay? So listen to me, sister. Just you have to you have to turn into your goddess self, and you have to exercise its power, because it can be day after day. I'm telling you, I've dealt with depression. I've dealt with feeling the fear and all that stuff, and day after day having to deal with it. And I chose to do something and think something different. And little by little, you can start to pull yourself out. Okay? So don't let that fear, don't let that anger, don't let that bitterness stay in you. You got to choose something different. You have to take the power to do that. Nobody else is going to be able to do it for you. There ain't no savior coming. You are that savior. You are a goddess. Okay? You got that in your name, goddess. Okay? You chose that for a reason.
Right.
Speak that into yourself.
Right.
All right?
Yes.
All right.
Love that.
All right. We got it going. We got it flowing. Man, y'all priming that pump. Mentally Magnificent is going in strong. Thank you, Mentally Magnificent.
Thank you.
Crystal, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. And then we got Ruben priming that pump. Thank you, Ruben. Definitely appreciate you, brother. All right, man. Y'all coming in strong. See, that's all my African Mind Rewire family. You know, they love a brother up. Man, I thank y'all for that. I'm getting chills over here.
Yeah, I love Ruben so much.
You know?
Thanks, Ruben.
So that's nice. I appreciate
very high
y'all.
vibrational man right there. God.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So all the time. So yeah, so I hope that Universal Nail Goddess, I hope that you'll take that advice. But I know when it's tough, it's hard to do. I know it is, you know. But you have to take control of it. You have to force yourself to stay positive, to stay focused on that. You have to ask what it is that you want to go. Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? Okay. Yeah. There are going to be ideas that are going to come to you that you can use and do at whatever level that you're at. There's going to be ideas that are going to come to you. Now, but this is going to be the thing, is when that idea come to you, are you going to allow the doubt to keep you from going for it, or are you going to go for it? You know, because you're going to have a choice, because those choices are always going to be there. But if you allow the doubt to creep in, it's going to pull you back. Okay. So this is what people and I always have to take this back to the symbolism too, because when we talk about the idea of the temptation of Christ, okay, and I was talking to one of my brothers in the class about this, is that when you're starting to come out of this come into this knowledge, and you're starting to come out of where you were, you're going to have that temptation to pull you back into what you have known and what you have been in comfort with. Okay, that's all the temptation of Christ, because you've had your enlightened moment, you've had your Christ moment, but now something's going to happen and say, okay, I got to pull this. I'm afraid I'm going to be pulled back, or I'm afraid to go forward. That's your temptation that's happening. Okay. So understand what these ideas mean is that this is just part of life. It's part of what's going to happen. And you have to be ready for it. And you have to have those tools that you can use to get yourself out of it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's where your power is going to come from. Danny, thank you. Man. Okay, I'm about to trip now.
Look, wait a minute. I gotta go there. Wait. Danny,
I gotta close my eyes.
I love you. I accept unconditionally, but it's just some things I'd rather spare myself from.
All right, Danny, thank you. Gave $199.99. Thank you very much, Danny. Definitely appreciate that. That's got to be the biggest prime and a pump gift ever. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Wait, Dad, I wasn't done with Danny. I wasn't done.
Oh, okay. My bad. Come on, Danny.
She said, Voche, your confidence is shining bright. Keep up the great work. Thank you for noticing. You are extremely psychic. That has been my scorpionic shift, or what I have been shifting and working on in terms of just being confident with sharing my knowledge, sharing my perspective. I have been doing the work. So thank you, Danny. I just shout out to you for shouting out to me. Okay. Thank you. All right. We can move on now. We can move on.
All right. Thank you, Danny. All right. And Keisha B gave 2222, says happy birthday and high vibrations. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Keisha B. All right. Man, y'all are just like being super generous tonight. I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, Lisa, we see you, Lisa. What's happening? Hola, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
What's happening? So yeah, thank you very much. Cass says, which crystals help with creativity and abundance? Ooh, wee. Come on with it.
Right now, I've been loving on orange calcite. Okay, so
Okay.
the color of the crystal also correlates to the chakra system. Okay, so oranges and yellows, that deals with the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is our creative center. That's where the wound is. That's where our genitalia is. Okay, so Pinterest is also your friend. You can look up on Pinterest and ask what crystals align with the sacral chakra. Okay, because that's what your spirit is calling you to do work with.
Yeah.
Is the sacral chakra. Okay, so that's my suggestion. I got this orange calcite here, and I got carnelian around here somewhere.
Yeah, and also some green crystals too. So for the heart and dealing with money and stuff like that. Well, in the States, money is green, but that's a good way to to just center yourself too. So calcite is one of those I used to sleep with under my pillow, and I slept with the green one.
Okay.
So that was good. But also I was going to say, as far as this is another give you guys some deeper understanding and knowledge of the divine feminine. Because when Voy-Shay was saying this is about the sacral chakra and where your sexual energy and your sexual genitalia and stuff like that is, and the understand that sexual energy is very powerfully creative. Okay, so when you're talking about bringing stuff from your mind, which is in the metaphysical world, in your mind, it's outside of your physical, and you're going to birth that into the physical. That's again where that sacral chakra and all of that energy is. Men or women, you are birthing something into the world when you are creative. Whether it might be music, I know Marcus, he does music. Whether you're doing some artistic work, painting or whatever, you are literally birthing something into the world. Women can birth children, but men can birth other stuff. Okay.
Dad, you birthed KCL. You literally birthed it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So when that's why we got to get out of this idea of thinking that the divine feminine is only for women. Brothers, it's not. I'm hoping that y'all are grasping this, that your divine feminine is what's going to help you to birth whatever it is that you want into your reality and create that. Okay. So you have to know that.
Yes.
All right.
I have to answer Chief Wise Bear's question. He clarified for me. He said, and what does 7 represent in numerology, metaphysical, religious? Thank you. So in numerology, 7 represents expansion toward the truth, the seeking and the understanding of truth, what that might be for you. So if you think of the way the numbers expand, so if 6 deals with the home and balancing our inner world with our outer world, creativity, nurturance, okay, it's feminine, okay. The evolution of 6 is 7. It's like, okay, I've experienced the home, I've experienced creativity. You know, what more is out there, or how can I go and experience more of the world? So 7 is a seeker of truth, from my perspective. Dad, do you have something to add to that?
No. I actually was focused on a question here, so
okay.
So
all good. That's the summary of 7 in numerology. Of course, it can go deeper, but that's the overview.
All right. And Universal Nail Goddess was asking for my Cash App, and here it is.
What's up? We got a banner for
Cash App, Universal Goddess.
There we go.
Thank you
this
very
Cash
much.
App is now scrolling.
There you go. So thank you. Matter of fact, I got a few people to recognize here. So Rhonda, thank you very much, Rhonda. That's Rhonda Creator. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thanks, and Terry Hicks gave 15. Rod gave 20. And Brenda Shambliss always comes through, gave 25. Thank y'all very much.
And
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, and I want to thank Sylvan Free. He's been with the fam for a while. He just sent, I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he just sent me a random blessing a couple weeks ago, and I had forgot to say something last live. So thank you, Sylvan.
All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All
Boss
right.
Tucker, we can get a numerology reading now. Yes, sir. Yes, you can. Come sign up. I am now scheduling for not next week, but the week after is when my schedule is opening back up. So yes, get in where you fit in. First come, first serve.
All right. All right. Says, thank you, Reginald. That is so refreshing. All right. All right. Appreciate that. By hearing and by hearing.
Yeah.
All right. We do our best here. We do our best.
Oh, Dad, this is a good one for you.
Okay, let's see. Antonio Snow says, can you explain synchronicity, how that works, how you can think about a person in a day or two later, they show up or they give you a phone call. Okay, so great question. Great question. And to understand synchronicity, you have to understand that I was talking about how past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. Okay. Synchronicity is our linear mind because we only can experience or not only, but we experience linear time as going from now forward. Okay, from now into the future. Okay, we don't generally experience the past, but synchronicity is your ability to recognize how experiences are actually associated. Okay. In other words, all of our experiences really associated by vibration. So when you experience synchronicity, that means that you have connected via vibration to the experience, no matter what it is. So no matter if you connected to, say, one of my symbols is like a cardinal or the red bird. When I see a red bird, I know that first of all, I usually see that when I'm in a creative mode and I'm on the right track. And then whatever I'm thinking about at the moment that I see that cardinal, that means that I'm going on the right track. That's what that means for me. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I can see a cardinal today. I can see a cardinal next week. Those two things that I'm thinking about last week and this week are connected vibrationally.
Yeah.
That's what synchronicity is. Okay. So it's your ability to recognize within linear time those things that are associated, even though they might be out of time for you. So you recognize the synchronicity, or you recognize the connection vibrationally rather than by anything else. Okay, if that makes sense.
And then just to add to that, piggybacking on remember when you were talking earlier, Dad, about how you don't have to be in proximity to communicate with someone's energy or interact with someone's energy. So that telepathy that you're speaking of, when you think of somebody and they call you a day or two later, our consciousness works the same way those cell phones do. Okay. Yep. So me and my dad, we do this all the time, where it's like, if I'm thinking of him, I'll send him a telepathic message and I'll just like kind of scream like, Dad, call me, or what you doing? Yep. And the next thing I know, I'll get a call or a text from him like, yeah, I told you to call me. Or we do that literally all the time. And
and this is, remember when you were playing basketball?
Yeah.
I would be sitting in the stands, and there were some other parents that would be sitting next to me, and Voy-Shay would be on the floor playing, and then I'd say in my mind, "Hey, look up here, baby girl, look up here." So because I'm like trying to direct her, yeah, girl, do this, do that.
He always had a message.
Look up here, and one of the parents one day said to me, "Man, how do y'all do that?" Because she would always like look at me, and then I give her some direction, with what she might need to do. Just being a dad, just hovering. But we had that connection, and always had that connection where we could just speak to each other mentally.
Yeah,
I've always been able to do that.
I could always hear him, and it was like this feeling, like it was almost like this feeling of like a stream of something trying to come into my head, or like I don't know how to explain about it. Like felt it on the back of my head, and I was like, my dad's calling me, and I would look up, and he'd be like, well, "Come on," or whatever instruction he had, but
telepathy,
connecting.
Yeah. We that always happens. Always
Yeah.
happens. But again, whether she's on the basketball court or 600 miles away, it works the same.
Yep.
The distance is irrelevant. You know, not only is distance irrelevant, but whether they are alive or dead is irrelevant.
Yeah, as well. Yes. I've even started playing with it. Like when someone just pops in my head, I'm like, oh, they're thinking about me. Let me send them a text real quick. And then they'll text me back like, I was just thinking about you. I was like, I know, I heard you. What's up?
Yep.
But it's fun. It's fun.
It is.
Yeah.
Try it. Y'all
Yeah.
try it. All right. LB Reserve Quotations gave $20. Thank you, LB Reserve.
Thanks, LB.
Definitely appreciate you. Appreciate you. And then the general is coming back again, says, what does the number 9 represent in numerology?
9. So 9 is the last number, the number of completion, and it represents completion. So it's like 9 represents wisdom. It represents thinking outside of the box. Okay, it represents like, for instance, if you're a life path number 9, life path number 9s go through their life gaining a lot of wisdom and practicing, and then they get to a point in their life where it's like, okay, I've learned a lot, it's time for me to teach or give back. So 9s are very creative, very this is out of the box, what's humanitarian energy and visionary energy. Okay, 9s are visionary. It's like, all right, we at the end. All right, how can we make this thing better? How can we be efficient? How can we close this thing on out? And how can we lift everybody up with us? Like, how can we bring everybody? Okay, so that's my interpretation of the number 9 in numerology.
Yes, definitely. So completion. So we got a question about, so Mean Mommy asked about Deja Vu. So now I'm assuming you're asking that in connection to synchronicity. Okay. So, and understand, so synchronicity is recognizing events that are connected outside of time. You're recognizing when you experience synchronicity, you're recognizing events that are connected. They're connected by vibration rather than by time. Okay, so time is the illusion. Deja vu is you are literally recognizing jumping timelines. You might be on a particular timeline. You might be on a particular timeline that you're going, but deja, and at some point that timeline merges with another experience, and you literally jump the timeline.
Yes.
You recognize that jump. You're recognizing the jumping point is what deja vu is.
Yes. And I can attest to that. My deja vus are extremely intense. So intense that I can see both sides of the connection. Like, I can see when I first had the vision of the deja vu, and I remember what I was doing then. And then when I'm at that point where I'm experiencing the vision, I can also look back on where I was when I first got the vision. So it's literally like a cylinder. I don't know if you can see that, but they're connected, just like you said.
Yeah. And usually you're having deja vu is when you're like when you're in a mode of shifting. You're literally shifting timelines.
Yes.
Okay.
And that, once again, nail on the head, Dad, because it's always at critical moments in my life where those intense deja vu happen. It's like, I saw I was gonna be here. I'm here now. Like, okay, I know what the energy, I know what's going on because I saw it already. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. So when you're in a mode of where you're shifting, you're growing, that's when your deja vus will start to happening the most.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is a powerful sign, and it also says something about you that you're able to recognize deja vu.
Right.
Okay. So you have to be on a really subtly elevated conscious level to recognize those ideas, recognize that thing. Okay. So that's powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah.
All right. So Angela Golson says, can't wait for my reading.
Yay. Okay. Right. I just emailed you today. Make sure you send me that info. We're going to get you scheduled. Looking forward to it, Angela. See you soon. See you soon.
All right.
Realize had a question. Peace, family. Thank you all for the content. I've been having a hard time mentally moving forward with my life after leaving Christianity. Any advice for help with feeling confident and joyful again? So, off top, I would say, first of all, change is inevitable. Okay. So you can rest and be assured in the fact that you will not always be where you are today. You will not always be in this state of mind. And just like we were talking about reality, time jumping, you can just start now connecting with the version of you that is confident and happy and joyful. She exists. She walking around enjoying life right now. Go within, meditate, talk to her. Okay. And you're going to link those realities. Okay, you're going to link with that energy, and your vibration, if that's your intention, your vibration is going to raise to match that reality and that experience.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And this is the thing that what I'm really trying to help people to understand with the stuff that I'm teaching is that you are so much more powerful and so much more expanded as a being. We think in terms of real. Wait a minute. Real. Okay. Is this real? In other words, can I touch it, feel it, smell it? That's real. That's just the projection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's real is your feeling about the world that you're experiencing. That's real. Mm-hmm. That's the reality. Okay. Your experience of it, not what's happening. Mm-hmm. But this is what, when you understand that from that position, then you understand that your power is that you can shift your reality.
Yep.
You're not at the mercy of your reality.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I'm trying to help people to understand, is that you have the power as a goddess, as a god or goddess. You have the power to shift from within to cause your reality to shift without. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
That's the deeper understanding of this knowledge, and where I really want you guys to go. You have been in this box of limitation, and you're not limited.
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
You have been in this box and you're not limited. You are powerful. So I definitely understand the fears that you're having. Okay, that you're saying that is really hard, because it's hard because you have been so used to having things kind of orchestrated for you in a way, and there is some level of comfort in that. But now you have the ability to really start to create something and do something different. That can be uncomfortable too, because you don't know what's going to happen next. Mm-hmm. But as you grow, you learn to flow.
And okay? So, and to add to that, because that's an amazing point, is if you can get comfortable with this feeling right now of not knowing, what's next or what's going to happen, this is going to continue to empower you in your journey, because that's what spirituality is. You're always on the edge of expansion.
Yes.
Okay. It changes always. You're always transforming. It's always a new level to hit. So if you can be comfortable with the unknown, there's power.
Yes. Living on the edge of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. And that's what, and I was trying to, I was explaining to someone this before, is like, when you're living on the edge of your comfort zone. I can talk about this with as far as entrepreneurs are concerned, because a lot of times that's what happens, and we're living on the edge of our comfort zone because everything that's laid out in front of us might not go the way that we expect all the time.
Yep. Yep. Okay? I was just talking about this.
But that's what's hard about being an entrepreneur, is you're taking the risk, but the risk is you don't always know what is going to go. It's not laid out for you where you can go punch a clock, do your job, and go home.
It's trial and error. Yeah.
Trial and error.
For sure.
And you don't know when those errors are going to show up all the time.
Right.
And that can be uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But once that's where people think that getting over your fears mean that you don't fear anything anymore. That's not what getting over your fears mean. Getting over your fears mean, and I guess I need to say that a different way. It's you adjusting and recognizing that fear, in a sense, is a signal for you. It's something that you just know that when it comes, that it isn't debilitating. that it might mean that you might need to learn something more. You might need to go a different direction. It's a signal for you that you need to do something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear
becomes your guide in a sense.
Yep.
It pushes you certain ways. Okay. But it shouldn't debilitate you to where you just go, oh my God, I can't do anything anymore. When you get like that, then that's when it really becomes a problem. Okay. So you have to learn how to deal with living on the edge. And that's where you are right now. Realize is you've moved into a space that you had not been in before, and it's uncomfortable. And that is normal. Don't look at yourself as like, oh God, I'm this. We want to look at ourselves and put ourselves down. Don't do that. Understand what you're dealing with and what you're going through. And then just take it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour.
Every brave soul that has chosen this path of spirituality is experiencing that right now.
Yes, yes. We're all experiencing that with you.
Yes,
it's just part of the journey.
Sending
and
you
know
love.
that again, that's not going to ever go totally away. Now you just got to learn how to navigate it.
Yep. Start right now.
Start right now. Start right now. All right. Latasha says, I do that same thing, Voy-Shay, when I have my deja vus. I've been like that my whole life. I dreamed about a classmate in the 7th grade, but didn't meet her until the 10th grade class trip to Six Flags.
That's crazy. Yep. I would say I want another word for that's crazy, but it's amazing. It's wonderful. It's fun.
It's like, wild.
Yeah. We are multidimensional AF. Okay. Love that. Love that.
Yes. All right. Did you have one coming up, Voche?
Yeah, I was just gonna TWL said, I'm truly thankful I found this channel. It's been such a blessing on my spiritual journey. I appreciate you all. We appreciate you, TW.
Thank you, TW. Thank you very much. All right.
Chief Wiseberry, you two are the part of the reason the energy is changing to make a positive impact. Your platform will live for future warriors of this land. Mind, freedom, universal warriors. Thank you, Chief Bear.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Appreciate that. And Kayla Redwine just puts it real succinct. Real shit.
Thanks.
Now.
Straight like that.
Yes. So love it. All right. And Chief Scorpion says, Scorpion Moon says divine order. All right. Well, guys, it looks like it is about that time.
Oh,
and
really?
Mr. Gary Schroeder gave up. He just gave $4.99. Thank you. Definitely appreciate that.
Thanks, Greg.
Appreciate you guys' generosity tonight. That is, y'all have been absolutely amazingly wonderful. So thank you very much. So I'm going to enjoy my birthday. And hey, I enjoy every day. But the birthday is just tomorrow, and I go and do my thing. So I know this weekend, me and my lady, we're going to a basketball game and having some fun. So I'm ready to live it up.
Live it up, Daddy. Live it up.
Yeah.
So proud of you. Love you so much. I'll call you tomorrow and tell you happy birthday again.
All right. I appreciate that. I always appreciate that. But guys, thank y'all so much again for all your generosity. I know you're priming that pump, and this is the thing that people, if you're not understanding what's going on. So at KCL, there's this idea that we talk about priming the pump, and that means that you give something to the universe that you want back. Okay, you want back in return more, but you got to give a little of what you want and give it with a glad heart in order for it to come back. Okay, multiply. All right. So the KCL family knows that principle, and they practice that, and they choose my daughter and I on this platform to do that. So we definitely appreciate that. But in a way, it is a very selfish motive that is absolutely positively the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Universe, I like this. Give me more of this. I value this. I'm showing that I value this. I want more of this in my life.
Let me signal to you, universe.
Yes.
Yeah. And then so that's the principle that they're practicing. Prime the pump. You give to get. In church, it was about tithing. Okay. That's what that principle was supposed to teach. but but it was used as leverage and fear and guilt and stuff like that. And it doesn't work when you have those emotions tied to your giving. Okay? Because what you're doing is priming a pump for guilt and fear and all those things. That's what you're sending out to the universe. But when you do it from a glad heart and with gratitude, it's a different power. Different power. So guys, so thank you again. Thank you again for priming the pump with us and using us as your how can I say, conduit. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Courtney, thank you, Courtney. Definitely appreciate it. Courtney says happy birthday. So I definitely appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all so very much. And y'all have a wonderful evening, and we will see y'all next week.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. All right. Good night, everyone. Much love.
Good night.